This experience happened when I was 17 years old. At that time I was still living in the countryside. My home was far from school, so I lived at school during the week and could only go home on weekends or during holidays. At that time, my family's economic conditions were not good, and I understood the hard work of my parents. So every time I came home, I would help my family work. My family had 3 cows. We seldom fed them feed, we went outside to cut grass and fed them. One afternoon, my cousin and I were about to go to the cornfield to cut the grass. Every time we went, we would go over a very high iron gate, because this would be much closer to the cornfield. When dinner was almost ready, the sky started to turn gray and we knew it was going to rain soon. I don't know why the rain is particularly heavy this year. We decided to go home immediately. My cousin went over the iron gate first. I asked him to give me a hand. He reached for my arm, and at that moment, a bolt of lightning struck the gate. I saw the top of the gate flashing. When I regained consciousness, we appeared in a large room. The room was made of black stone. The ceiling was so high that we could not see the top. There was no furniture or decorations, just cold, black stone all around. I know I should have felt scared, but I just felt so calm. I was floating in the darkness with my cousin. This place radiated great power. Suddenly, a light shone into the room. It was more than just a light, it radiated a sense of peace and contentment that was stronger than anything we had ever felt. We slowly moved closer to it. My cousin and I didn't speak, but we could communicate with each other on another level. As we stepped into this light, we entered a beautiful valley. There were meadows and hills that led to tall mountains in the distance. Everything shone with a golden glow. These glowing bodies were tiny transparent bubbles. Some floated in the air, others glittered on the grass. We realized that each tiny sparkle was a soul. To me, this valley seemed to be heaven, but my cousin thought it was just the Bay of Souls. The luminous beings began to gather on the far side of the valley. Slowly, a pure white being began to manifest. I saw an angel. He was not quite the same as the angel I had imagined. He was much taller and stronger. The cousin thought this person was his dead relative. The angel first talked to the cousin. He told cousin that cousin's time on earth was over and now he could go home. We seemed to have been in this place for a long time. Later I learned why the angel appeared to us in this way. Because in the real world, when lightning strikes us, our souls are joined together. This also symbolizes the union of all religions and teachings. In the future I will see a new era of tolerance. The human soul and mind will be united as we are. No matter what we believe, we are all children of God. We should treat all people as part of our soul, because all creatures in the universe are interconnected. The angel says, humanity will soon mature and will take a higher place in the cosmic scheme of things. But until then, we must learn to tolerate and love each other. In this new age, people will not be able to bear seeing others homeless and hungry. We will realize that only by helping each other will we be able to truly help ourselves. Finally, I was told that it was time to leave. I couldn't stay any longer because it wasn't the right time for me. I said I would like to stay in this valley with my cousin, but the angel told me that I hadn't finished my mission and that I would have my own family and children in the future who would need my care. My cousin and I hugged and prepared to leave. I felt the tug growing and I was back on Earth. I was hovering above our bodies. My neighbors were in the next field and saw what was happening. They all came running over. My cousin's hand was still glued to my arm. I re-entered my body. I felt as if I was on fire. But as it turned out, I was only slightly injured. My cousin took most of the impact. The doctor said the lightning caused damage to his heart, lungs, and liver. After he spent a week in the hospital, he eventually lost his life. People always tell me how lucky I am. I just tell them it's not luck, it's God. I know God gave me a second life and God was always there for me. 32 years after this incident, I am facing life positively every day. I have a very happy family now. I have a son and my wife, and I decided to adopt another daughter. To this day I don't know what my mission is, but what I do know is this: in some way we all have a spiritual connection. As I get older, I have an urge to tell the world that God and heaven are very real. I have to be very responsible when talking about this issue. I pray that one day everyone will feel the love of God as I do. To live on earth with love and peace.